Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video of 3D printed case for Xbox 360 console. So today we'll be going through the different variation. Cause recently I've came up with a new design. It's a lot better, it's a lot slimmer than the previous version that I have. So this is basically the second version. The first version didn't go through very well. I didn't use it quite much. So this is the second version of the design, and you can see it's quite similar to the third version where you have the original Xbox 360 power button, and we have our sync button here. So this sync button is not built into the front panel as the third version, which will go more deeper and do a tear down of each. The second version of basically random designs that I throw on it. There's no pattern, it's mostly a flat surface, and as you can see the back is similar to the third version. Now we'll look at the third version. So this version, you can see where we ditched the original Xbox 360 power button, which there are two options. There's the option for that button itself, and there's a flat version where you can have your own design your own power button based on the theme of the case itself. You can see it has a honeycomb pattern both on the top and the bottom, and around the sides. And you can see the side itself, there's more ventilation on the sides, and the honeycomb is all the way around. And you can see the writing is more, it's done more refined and everything. As for putting together, they're quite similar in putting together, where at the four corners it's used like a 75mm M3 screw and go all the way down, and the side panels are detachable, and we'll see that in the teardown also. You can see they are both the same size. Now the version that I did recently is a thinner version, and the design is kind of slightly different. So this is version 4 that was recently done last week, I would say. And you can see this version is a lot thinner than the third version. Everything still fits, just I kind of lowered it a bit. And the little difference is when you take it apart. So you have the top, the four corners are with the case itself, and we'll do that in the overhead teardown so you can actually see how it actually looks. Alright, so let's put together, and we're gonna start with version 3. It's got version 2 and 3 is basically the same thing. So we'll start with teardown of this one, which I've done previous video on that before, and then we'll see the difference between these two. One addition is that the fan I'm using in these are Arctic fans. They are static pressure quiet fans that goes up to 3000 RPM, but in Dutch launch you can actually adjust the speed that you want it to be. But I will say at full speed it's a little bit noisy because of how small the case is. Your temperatures are around 47 on the CPU, and you can game under long hours and it won't hit 50, but that's at full speed at full 3000, and it's kind of on the noisy end. If you play game quite loud, it won't be it won't be disruptive, but these Arctic fans, 3000 RPM static pressure, So they're good for radiators, and if you have them in small area where there's a mesh or anything, it provide proper cooling. All right. So yes, we're gonna do over a teardown of both of these and do comparison. So let's get to it. As you can see in the overhead teardown, we have the case itself. And for this button, what we'll normally use, we'll get these ribbons. So you can get these on AliExpress, as I explained. And normally these are replacement for your console ribbon if it's broken, but you can get them by the pack, and you can apply these to the case itself. And I'll show you where exactly they go. So let's remove the top. And it's kind of a tight fit because I did design grooves. So you can see on the top lid itself, there are grooves around the edge where it actually fits into this part of the side panels. And you can see we have the top. All right, so let's set the top aside over there, and here we can see we have the inside. So the inside itself, we can see we have our ribbon, and I will go straight, take this apart straight down. So you have the different side panels, left and the right. They are interchangeables, so you can use in either one. And we have the corner panels, which are labeled. So let's go all the way down. Of the back panel, we have the front panel here itself. So here you can see we have where we insert the ribbon, and the ribbon itself comes with adhesive. Once you peel off the back, you can actually stuck it in, and we have our built-in sync button. Now the first version, the button is not in place. You have to actually insert the button when you're assembling the case itself, but this version, the one after, the button is print in place. And here we have the base itself, where you have the ET inserts, and you would assemble the case itself. Now, how the motherboard fits in both this and the current version is quite similar, which I will actually show how that's done. Let's get these off, put them to the side. And this is the board itself. So we have the section here for the fan. We have the ET insert, and the fan will mount in that area. Wherever our SSD or our drive will actually be, and we have designed a different type of housing where the housing itself will be mounted here, and then the drive will be installed, and everything is all set up here and secure, compared to other version that we have that sometime in shipping tends to fall apart. I'm not quite sure what that happened, or UPS or the courier service handled their shipping. They probably throw it around, even though I put fragile on the box. But that said, I redesigned that to make it everything more secure. And we have our Wi-Fi cable that we normally attach from where the connection is, and it will fit right into the frame itself. I haven't really attached anything together because I'm going to be putting this into our new case. But the assembly process is the same for both versions. And let's go over the new case itself and we'll see how that looks. So for the new case itself, there are two versions. So you have this regular version that I did. I call it, you know, the default or the original. And I redid the Gears of War edition. Now, so let's do a tear down and remove the top. As you can see, this is how the inside will actually look. So the SSD case will be mounted to the frame before you install the frame itself. Then you can just insert the drive and basically do a wire connection. So let's take the inside frame out and let's have a look at this. So now this will be mounted before you actually do anything. Because in the previous version, you can mount this in and then you put this in after. With this version, everything is mounted down first. You put your drive in and then you'll install this itself. The M3 screws that will be used for the case itself will be M3 by 30, and that will be used for the fan itself and to mount this onto the board. The previous version used a variation between 25 millimeter and 30 millimeter, so I wanted to make it standard across everything. So here you'll use just 30 for both the fan and the frame itself. I will call this the F94-A frame. As for the side panel themselves, so the side panels, I did do them with kind of a sheen. I know sometimes it's a fingerprint magnet, but the side and the back is the only section that's done like that. And the back itself, we can see now we have things telling, I would say, symbols. So you have here for the power, you have the HDMI, you have the network, the connect, and USB. So you can see we have those sections printed out and now it's on the back. The front itself, so this version uses the original button from the front panel that you can remove, and this will be basically glued in place. And you can see the button here is printed in place also, and we have our design. As for the base panel itself, you can see the four corners are printed on the base itself. They're not separate anymore, and I find this to be more convenient, and it actually cut down print time. Rather than printing these separate, everything is all printed together. And I did apply a little fuzzy around the edges, and this is basically one, it will, you know, hide the layer lines, so you won't see the layer lines on the corner and outside the case, and you give it a nice polished finish. And there we have that. As for the Gears of War case, it's quite similar. Everything is the same design as this one. The only difference is the color and the design patterns that are on it. And you can see this fit together quite easily. So much of sliding it in. With the previous case, there were kind of issues lining up the corners before actually putting the panels in. Okay, I'll just reverse. And this version You won't need the 75mm screws at the end. You can use a 6 or a 8. Either. It will get your top panel assembled, and all you have to do is to make sure that it lines up and the side panels goes down in the groove, and you'll have your console basically assembled. If we look at the Gears of War version here, you can see, let's get the top off. Kind of the same thing. Here we have our F94-A frame that goes in, and basically when you're assembling, you have your Wi-Fi section to here and everything. Now I may do a different variation where I may do a black version of the Gears of War case just to see how it looks, but you can see we still have everything here with the USB, connect, network, HDMI, and that shows where your power cable. And as you can see, the design of the hole itself shows the orientation, and your power cable can only plug in one direction, so you won't have to be guessing whether your power cable is inserted upside down or right side up. Okay. And let's put this back together. Now the files for this version I will make available. It will be kind of a plain or blank. You can add your own design to it if you so please. I think I will be doing that, and I will let it be a 3MF file, so the profile and everything will already be set, and you can actually get the file from my website store, which I will list down below if you want to print your own version. I will also leave a part list that's needed, so you can get the parts you need to assemble. I think the most difficult part, depends on what version you're doing, is to get the front panel itself. So if you're doing one that where you'll design your own buttons and so forth, you're going to need to actually order some of these. If you're just doing the regular one, you'll need to remove the button from the old case from panel to use for this new one, and that's the only difference. So these are the new cases, and I hope you enjoy the review of these new products. I would say that's I'm bringing towards you, and it gives things a new look, a new slimmer, less real estate on your desk anywhere you want to set it up. And itself, it can go on your computer desk if you want to keep everything beside your PC in your room and everything like that, or on your entertainment stand where you just want more space. You don't want this bulky console on your your setup. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments down below, leave a like, and thank you all for your support, and I will see you in the next one.